This week, I want to talk to you about Uncle Bill Mollison's three phases of abundance. Stay tuned. So that first phase of abundance of diversity, is all about having and trying a whole range of cultivars. So you say, well, I want to grow peaches and cherries. Great. Can you get together how many trees do you want to put in? You say, I'll only put in 2 trees of each. Okay. Then maybe you can overgraft 5 cultivars on each of your trees. So if you're putting in 2 cherry trees and you get 5 cultivars of cherry on each tree, then you will have 10 cultivars that you're trying. And as you see those progress, you'll realize, wow, this one is really nice and it's really easy. Trying that big diversity is really useful, because you'll then start to see this one is good, this one is easy, there's no disease on it, this one doesn't attract the insects like the other ones do. So that first phase is finding out what is. It's that weeding process. It's basically a weeding of diversity and species and cultivars. So you're weeding out those that don't perform well on your site, on your project. That's really all it is. It's a selection. It's kind of your natural selection, but you're the one who's selecting them. So selecting the cultivars and the species that will work well in your area. That's that first phase. So you want to try as much. That's where you take the money, or some of the money you have available, and you just purchase. Bill Mollison said originally that it was, for example, taking $500. So with $500, your original outlay for diversity of plants, you get 300 types of plants that you're trying. So you think, wow, 300? Well, you try all kinds of things, and you'll start to see. Go see some of Eric Tonsmeyer's Paradise Lot. Go see that one. That's a good book on insane diversity. So he's doing that. He's trying all kinds of things on a 1/4 acre lot in a suburb, and he's saying, hey, you know what, I'm starting to learn what really does well. And I'm sure I'd like to see, Eric, if you happen to be watching, I'd love to see top 10 of your perennial vegetables, top 10 of your fruit cultivars, what does really well in your area of Massachusetts. So that's the kind of thing you will discover. You will end up knowing, wow, if I had 100, and that's usually the way it is. I remember the first time I put in a sweet cherry, and sweet cherries aren't reliable here. They freeze out anytime it's below minus 28 Celsius. Sweet cherry flowers freeze in the winter, and we usually get minus 30s at least every 2 out of every 4 years at least. So they don't fruit reliably here. The tree survives, but the fruiting is aborted. And so first time I put one in and I got a harvest, my first reaction was, wow, these are so good. Why didn't I plant 50 of these? Well, because in the beginning, all you want to do is try it. You don't know how it will work, but when you get a harvest and you see that this tree is doing well, doesn't always produce, that's true. But when you get the harvest, you go, wow, this is really nice. This is worth it. So don't bother with, having regrets about it. Just try it. Just try that selection. Just try that variety. Try that cultivar. And try as many as you can afford to put in as trials. If you can, get the whole selection. Some of them, it's easy enough. Like right now, Hascaps. There's about, I think, 10 or 12 cultivars available. get them all. It's not that expensive. I think they're like, you could get them for $8 or $10 a small shrub or a rooted cutting even, and get that start of them out there and try them all. You don't know which one will do best and so on. Mind you, when you try them, you do want to try them in a few conditions, but you can only compare when they're in similar conditions. So keep that in mind. There's a few details of trying out a variety of things. You say if you put one in the shade and one in the sun, two different cultivars, well, you'll get different results, but it may not be related to the cultivar. It may be very much related to where you put them. So try in the first phase of abundance, try as many things as you can get a hold of. That's really that first phase of abundance. So the second phase of abundance is abundance of propagation material. That's why I really recommend people start with 2 trios. Go see that video, trios. And why 2 trios? Yeah, see that video too, actually. Just start is all about starting with 2 trios. Because once you've got 2 trios, you've already got a few cultivars, a few plants, quite a few perennials if you do it right, on test, that now you'll be able to watch, evaluate, and see how well they do. And that's really what you need to do, is you need to give it time to see how it's doing, how well it's doing. Will it basically grow like a weed? And that's what you want to do. You want to find the plants that are growing like weeds and multiply them. But you need material to do that. And you say, well, I don't know how to do that. It's not that hard to learn. Take a look at some of my videos on cuttings and layering, and go see the film, The Permaculture Orchard Beyond Organic. I show you some of the basic techniques, grafting and cuttings, and it's all there. It's all out there. And the main thing it takes is just start. Just go and try it. Go try it with the expectation that it won't work. Then you won't be disappointed. Sure, in the beginning it may not work. You may not have been doing it at the right time of year. Your material you're maybe not selecting the right material. Maybe you think you don't realize the difference between a 1-year piece of wood and a 2-year piece of wood. Well, the 2-year won't root properly, or it won't root at all. The 1-year will. So it's all these little details that you will have to learn. But you know what? Once you learn it with one, then it becomes so much easier with the others. Yeah, I like this. This is a nice little technique, doing cuttings. And I'm going to just try all the plants I've got. Some of them won't work at all, but some of them will work. We were just transplanting some kiwi the other day, and I realized, oh yeah, I had stuck a couple of peach branches in here. And lo and behold, and here's one of the peach trees had rooted. So peaches will root from cuttings. Just a little tidbit. Rooting a fruit tree from cuttings is pretty exciting. So try it with peaches. It's not a high percentage success, but it does work. Anyway, you want to learn how to multiply your plants, and then you can, and go see that 10x video. Then you can multiply and expand it by 10 times. So that's why I say if you start with 2 trios, 6 trees, in 2 years, you can have all you need to multiply and grow your orchard to 60 trees. Wow, 60 trees, that's a lot of trees. That's right. And then you can, 2 years after that, you can go from 60 now to 600 trees. And then you can go to 6,000 if you like. So you see that just with the plants that you have that have passed the test, that are known to be weeds in your permaculture orchard, now you're reaching that phase of abundance that you have so much material that you can expand out. And if you ever go see Bill Mollison's Global Gardener, where he shows you'll pretty soon have all the material you want. And take a look at that 3 phases of abundance. But this is really what I'm talking about. His 3 phases of abundance is that the second phase is having an abundance of material to then expand you're planting. So you can start very small and expand it just with what's on site. So you really only need to buy your plants one time in the beginning. Test them out, have that diversity of species, that diversity of cultivars, and then you have a diversity of material in the second phase to expand that out based on your experience. And the third phase is abundance of yield. And that's great. You've probably, if you've started off small, you've probably delayed on a lot of trees and a lot of plants, you've delayed getting a harvest because you've been gathering material. You can kind of do both, not very well, because if you're taking a lot of cuttings, you can virtually cut everything off that's going to fruit and so not have any fruit. But in the third phase, now you have plenty of material, so you can let plenty of your plants to grow, whereby now they will produce fruit. And that third phase of abundance is abundance of yield, abundance of harvest. And I wish you can try that, you can experiment that, you can experience it, because having that abundance of harvest is just, it's so gratifying, it's so exciting too. You have to go through all three cycles, and once you've reached that, it'll never be the same. You'll never go back, and you'll realize, wow, this works. Or maybe you think the first year it didn't work because the birds got it all. Relax. The first year is not a big harvest year. Neither will be the second year. In the third year, usually your plants will have grown up sufficiently and matured sufficiently that now you can expect to get an abundance of harvest, and you can still share with nature and the local wildlife. That really important notion of the three phases of abundance by Bill Mollison, it really deserves to be known far more than it is, because it's such an important contribution, especially for any permaculture orchard planting or any fruit planting. You will go through those three phases of abundance and learn from it and get your project going. Thanks for watching. Intrigued? Check out the virtual tour of the permaculture orchard. Have trees already? Pruningcourse.com. Subscribe, please. Check out some of the other videos or playlists. There's more to come. Stay tuned. Bye. It's really nice, and it's really easy. And it's really not, this is way too bumpy.